Hello everyone, this is Darkest Dungeon, and today in a very as short as a clip as I can, I'm going to talk with you about supplies, what classes brings which supplies, and the basics about the damages that you need to take into account when going in pretty much any of these dungeon runs. So basically, let's start with the dungeon because we're right at the page or at the screen with them. So the ruins. In the ruins, you're mostly going to get bled out, so you need to take a few bandages with you. In the warrens, it's also mostly going to be a bleed. In the well, they're going to get blight and bleed, mostly blighted though. In the cove, you're going to be mostly bled. But you're also going to encounter some blight. That's at least the basic what you're going to actually encounter. Of course, RNG is involved, and I guess it depends basically on your playstyle and the skills that your character have. Because some of them can heal up themselves. You don't really need to bring that many supplies with you. Okay, now let's go with the provisions. So supplies, provision is pretty much the same thing for me. Now you're gonna kind of understand. Okay, so now let's talk a bit. As you can see, as we get to the shop already for the provisions or supplies or whatever, we already have 2 in our inventory. Now, I did not buy this beforehand. You can't actually. They just came up directly for free with the party that you actually picked. So, what you need to know is that the Houndmaster will always bring 2 dog treats. They're going to be used to buff up the dog so you can make more damage. For the most part, the Plague Doctor, which is this one over here that we actually have, will always going to bring an Anti-Venom, as you can see over here. The Grave Robber, which we don't really have, or I think this is the Grave Robber. I don't really remember because I didn't really play with the Grave Robber for some time now. Oh yeah, that's not the Grave Robber. It's going to bring a shovel. Well, I guess right. It's a Grave Robber, right? Okay. The Arbalist is going to bring a bandage. The Crusader is going to bring some holy water. As you can see over here, he's a Crusader. The Leper is going to bring medicinal herbs, and the Jester is going to bring medicinal herbs as well. That's basically it. The rest of the heroes are not going to bring anything, at least as far as I know. And also, this could probably depend on how upgraded the game it is for you. I mean, what type of upgrade you already have on your game. Okay, I guess that's about it with the classes. Now let's talk a bit about runs. Now you have some type of runs. You can have a short run, a medium run, or a long run. And veteran ones are really a pain in the ass. We're not going to talk about them for the most part. They're pretty much long dungeons. Now, what supplies you're actually going to bring for something like this? Well, the easiest way to go would be like this. Now, for a short dungeon, besides what the heroes already bring, and you will subtract that from what I'm going to show you right now, you're gonna need to bring some food. And basically, for a short run, depending on your gameplay and RNG, this is so RNG is important for everything I'm actually talking. This is like a sum of it. It will depend on your gameplay and what you're going to find within the dungeon. Things may vary from play to play. So you're going to bring about 10 to 12 food for a short dungeon. I suggest to start with 10 and go about from there if your gameplay actually is going to require more. So this is for a short dungeon what I'm showing you right now. So 10 food, about 6 torches. There we go. 2 shovels. They're pretty important. You're gonna need them to pass different checks. And if you don't have any more keys, you can always lose a shovel. You're not gonna get that much extra loot, but it doesn't really matter if you're at the end of the dungeon. You're just gonna waste the shovel as it is. It's best to actually try to do something with it. Who knows? Maybe you're gonna get pretty nice stuff. So 2 shovels, about 2 keys, Bandages about 4. They should be enough. You may find some more within the dungeon within the dungeon, if I'm not wrong, sometimes, depending on the dungeon that you actually run. 1 anti-venom, which you already have, so you're not gonna buy another one, and 1 holy water. These are not that important, but they will bring you extra loot for the most part, depending on which dungeon you're actually going to run. When I say dungeon, I mean the ruins, warrens, weald, or the cove. Okay, so this is for a short run. Now for a medium run, you're going to bring about 16 to 18 food. I don't see the point of buying. Actually, let's buy it more. There we go. Now we have like 16 food, about 12 torches. Still have more. There we go. That's 12 torches. About 3 shovels, so 1 more shovel. About 3 keys. You're gonna need a few keys because it's gonna be way much longer dungeons themselves. Bandages 4 to 6. Now this depends on your gameplay. We're gonna need 4. We can actually buy 2 more if you so wish. Anti-venom, you can bring 2 of them, so you can buy another anti-venom if you so wish. And holy water, you can have 1 or 2. It depends on which dungeon you actually play, and also in your play style for the most part. So you can leave like only 1. Now for a long dungeon, I don't think I have any more supplies. Actually, we could buy from the supplies we actually have over here. So you should go with about 18 to 20 food if you can. So max out the food as much as you can. You will need it. I'm going to promise you that. Okay. Torches, about 16 of them. So we'll like have 12 right now. 4 more. There we go. That's 8 with 8. Let me see. So torches about 16. Shovels should be about 4 of them. Or there we go. 4 shovels. Bandages somewhere around 6 to 7. You could go with more, but you're going to need at least 6 of them for the most part. Anti-venom about 2 to 3, so you have 2, it should be enough. I guess you can go with 3, it doesn't really matter. And for the holy water, 2 to 3 as well, so if you have 2, it should pretty much be enough. Now as you can see, why I actually did this for each type of dungeon, you're gonna have a lot of inventory issues, but don't worry, you're really going to use most of them. And with this setup, you shouldn't really spend too much extra cash on supplies, on provisions. They should be just about enough to get you through. Okay, so with that being said, if you enjoyed the clip, give it a big like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you want to see more Darkest Dungeons videos, just leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Okay, see you guys.